Welcome back, coin enthusiasts. Today, we're diving deep into the world of United Kingdom 2 pence coins, exploring the top 5 most valuable 2p coins from different years, mint marks, and conditions. Whether you are a seasoned collector or a newcomer to numismatics, these coins are fascinating pieces of British history that can fetch impressive prices at auctions. Let's get started. First up, the United Kingdom 2 new pence 1976, examined specifically in fine condition. At first glance, this coin may seem ordinary, but as with many coins from Britain's early decimal era, there is much more beneath the surface. In this video, we'll explore its historical context, design features, rarity, collector demand, even in damaged condition, and, most importantly, its auction market value in US dollars. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or someone who just found this coin in a drawer, this guide will help you understand its true place in the collector's market. The 2 new pence coin was introduced in 1971, the year the United Kingdom officially adopted the decimal system, replacing the centuries-old pounds, shillings, and pence format. By 1976, decimal coinage had become fully accepted in everyday life, and the Royal Mint was producing large quantities of circulating coins to meet demand. The 1976 issue reflects a period of economic challenges in Britain, including inflation and changing metal prices, which influenced minting practices and public perception of coinage. Although millions of 2 new pence coins were struck that year, many were heavily circulated, making higher-grade survivors increasingly scarce today. This historical backdrop adds depth and significance to the 1976 2 new pence as a tangible reminder of Britain's modern monetary transition. The 1976 2 new pence coin is instantly recognizable due to its bold and iconic reverse design. It features the Prince of Wales's feathers, a centuries-old heraldic emblem associated with the heir to the British throne. Above the feathers is a coronet, while below is the motto Ich dien, meaning I serve. The obverse displays the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin, which was used on British coins throughout much of the 1970s. Struck in bronze, the coin has a rich reddish-brown tone when well preserved. In fine condition, details such as the feather lines, lettering, and the Queen's facial features remain clear, though light wear is visible on the highest points. These design elements contribute to the coin's lasting appeal among collectors. While the 1976 2 new pence is not considered rare in absolute terms, its rarity becomes more pronounced when condition is taken into account. Most examples were heavily used in circulation, resulting in coins that are scratched, corroded, bent, or discolored. Interestingly, there is still collector demand even for damaged pieces, especially when they display unusual characteristics such as off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or dramatic wear patterns. Era collectors and educational numismatists often seek these coins to illustrate minting processes and circulation history. Although damaged coins command much lower prices than fine or uncirculated examples, their continued demand shows that the 1976 2 new pence holds interest across multiple segments of the coin collecting community. When it comes to auction market value, the 1976 2 new pence in fine condition typically sells for modest but noteworthy amounts. In recent auctions and online marketplaces, fine condition examples commonly realize prices ranging from $433,000, depending on eye appeal and overall preservation. Coins with attractive color, minimal corrosion, and strong details can sometimes exceed this range, especially if competition among bidders is strong. Damaged or heavily worn examples usually sell for $321,000, while exceptionally well-preserved or error coins can reach $116,000 or more at specialized auctions. While this coin is not a high-dollar rarity, its steady market presence makes it a reliable and accessible collectible. If you're considering adding the 1976 2 new pence to your collection, condition should be your primary focus. Look for coins with clear lettering, strong feather details, and minimal surface damage. Avoid examples with heavy corrosion, deep scratches, or unnatural cleaning, as these factors significantly reduce value. Proper storage is also essential. Use coin flips, capsules, or albums designed for bronze coins to prevent oxidation. For those interested in resale or long-term value, consider monitoring auction results rather than fixed price listings, as auctions provide a more accurate picture of true market demand. Finally, always compare multiple examples before purchasing, as small differences in condition can make a noticeable difference in price. In conclusion, The United Kingdom 2 New Pence 1976 in fine condition may not be a headline-grabbing rarity, but it is a meaningful and collectible piece of Britain's decimal history. Its classic design, historical significance, and consistent presence in the auction market make it an appealing coin for both beginners and experienced collectors. Even damaged examples retain educational and collector value, while fine condition pieces offer a balance of affordability and preservation. If you have one of these coins in your collection or are thinking of adding one, you now have a clearer understanding of its rarity, demand, and market value in dollars.
Next up, the United Kingdom 2 New Pence 1971, examined specifically in circulated condition. At first glance, this coin may look like simple pocket change, but its historical importance, early decimal status, and certain rare varieties have made it a long-term favorite among collectors. In this video, we'll explore its origins, design, rarity factors, collector demand even in damaged or worn condition, and most importantly, its auction market value in US dollars. Stay tuned, because some circulated examples have surprised collectors at auction. The 1971 2 New Pence coin holds a special place in UK history because it was introduced during Decimal Day, on February 15, 1971, when Britain officially transitioned from the old pounds, shillings, and pence system to a modern decimal currency. This monumental change required an entirely new set of coins, and the 2 New Pence became one of the cornerstone denominations. Produced by the Royal Mint, the coin was struck in very large quantities to ensure smooth circulation during this transition period. It was intended for everyday use, meaning millions entered circulation almost immediately, resulting in many examples showing wear today. Despite its high mintage, its role in this historic change gives the coin lasting significance among collectors worldwide. The 1971 2 New Pence coin is made of bronze and weighs approximately 7.12 grams, with a diameter of 25.9 millimeters. On the obverse, it features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin, which was used on many UK coins of the era. The reverse design, created by Christopher Ironside, displays the Prince of Wales' feathers above a coronet, with the denomination 2 New Pence clearly spelled out. This wording is especially important because later issues changed the inscription to 2 pence, making the 1971 to 1981 coins part of a distinct early decimal series. Even in circulated condition, these design details help identify the coin's age and authenticity. Although standard 1971 2 New Pence coins are common, collector interest increases dramatically when certain factors are present. Coins in circulated or even damaged condition can still be desirable if they show rare errors, such as off-center strikes, weak lettering, die cracks, or unusual planchet flaws. Additionally, early decimal coins like this one are often collected in complete year sets, meaning even worn examples have steady demand. Some collectors actively seek heavily circulated coins to represent true historical usage during the early decimal era. As a result, rarity is not always about condition alone, but about uniqueness, errors, and historical relevance. And today's auction market, a typical 1971 2 New Pence in circulated condition usually sells for around $536,000, depending on wear and eye appeal. However, coins with visible minting errors, unusual toning, or strong details despite circulation can fetch $434,000 at auction. In rare cases, confirmed error examples or coins with dramatic flaws have sold for over $113,000, even when clearly circulated. Auction platforms like eBay and specialist numismatic auctions continue to show consistent interest, particularly from collectors building early decimal collections or searching for error coins. If you own a 1971 2 New Pence coin, start by carefully examining it under good lighting or magnification. Look for doubling in the lettering, cracks in the metal, or misaligned designs. Avoid cleaning the coin, as this can significantly reduce its value, even if it is already circulated. Store it in a protective holder to prevent further damage, and compare it with recent auction results to understand current market trends. For those building a collection, pairing circulated examples with higher-grade coins can tell a complete story of the coin's life in circulation. The United Kingdom 2 New Pence 1971 may seem ordinary at first, but its connection to Decimal Day, distinctive design, and ongoing collector interest make it far more than loose change. Even in circulated or damaged condition, this coin can hold real value, especially when rarity factors or mint errors are involved. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a casual collector checking your spare change, the 1971 2 new pence remains a fascinating piece of British monetary history and one that continues to surprise collectors at auction.
Next up, the United Kingdom 2 pence coin dated 1997. At first glance, especially when found in a dirty or heavily circulated condition, this coin may seem ordinary and even worthless. However, as with many modern British coins, hidden stories, minting details, and collector interest can sometimes turn an unassuming piece of copper-plated steel into a surprisingly desirable collectible. In this video, we will explore the background of the 1997 UK 2 pence coin, examine its unique features, discuss its rarity and demand even in damaged condition, and analyze its auction market value in US dollars. By the end, you will know whether that dirty 2p coin in your pocket is simply spare change or something worth holding onto. The 2 pence coin has been part of the United Kingdom's decimal coinage system since its introduction in 1971, following the UK's shift from the old pre-decimal system. By 1997, the 2 pence coin was already a familiar part of daily British life, widely used for small purchases and change. The Royal Mint produced millions of these coins every year to meet circulation demand, and 1997 was no exception. This period falls within the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, whose portrait appears on the obverse of the coin. The late 1990s were a time of transition in UK coinage, with changes in metal composition and minting technology becoming more prominent. While earlier 2 pence coins were struck in bronze, coins from the early 1990s onward, including the 1997 issue, were typically made of copper-plated steel. This change affected durability, appearance, and how these coins age over time, especially when exposed to dirt, moisture, and heavy circulation. The 1997 UK 2 pence coin carries the classic design that collectors recognize instantly. On the obverse, it features the right-facing portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael McLouf or Ian Rankbroadley depending on the exact portrait used during that period. Surrounding the portrait is the Latin inscription naming the Queen and affirming her role as monarch. The reverse displays the iconic Prince of Wales's feathers, complete with a coronet above and the German motto ICHDN, meaning I serve. This design has been a defining symbol of the 2 pence denomination for decades. The coin has a diameter of approximately 25.9 millimeters and weighs just over 7 grams. In dirty condition, the copper plating often darkens, develops black or brown patches, or shows streaks where the underlying steel may begin to show through. These visual traits can significantly affect both aesthetic appeal and collector interest. From a pure mintage perspective, the 1997 2 pence coin is not considered rare, as millions were struck for circulation. However, rarity in coin collecting does not always depend solely on low mintage numbers. Collector interest can also be driven by errors, unusual wear patterns, off-metal strikes, or coins that show dramatic environmental damage. In dirty or damaged condition, most 1997 2 pence coins hold minimal value. That said, there is a niche group of collectors who actively seek out heavily circulated or damaged coins as examples of real-world usage and aging. Coins with unusual corrosion, striking flaws, or minting anomalies can sometimes attract attention, even when the coin is far from pristine. While a standard dirty 1997 2 pence coin is common, an example with a notable mint error or unusual surface characteristics can stand out in the collector market. When it comes to auction market value, condition plays a crucial role. A typical 1997 UK 2 pence coin in dirty or heavily circulated condition usually sells for only its face value, which is just a few cents in US currency, roughly 2 cents to 5 cents depending on exchange rates and buyer interest. However, if the coin shows an identifiable mint error, such as an off-center strike, die crack, or missing plating, auction prices can rise significantly. In some cases, error coins from this era have sold for anywhere between $5 and $30 at online auctions, with particularly eye-catching or well-documented errors reaching even higher prices. It is important to note that cleaning a dirty coin can actually reduce its value, as collectors generally prefer original, untouched surfaces, even when those surfaces show wear and grime from circulation. For collectors interested in the 1997 2p coin, the first step is careful examination. Use good lighting and a magnifying glass to look for errors, unusual textures, or signs of double striking. Avoid cleaning the coin, as harsh cleaning can strip away original surfaces and lower its appeal. Store the coin in a protective holder to prevent further corrosion, especially since copper-plated steel coins are more vulnerable to environmental damage. If you believe your coin may have an error or special feature, consider comparing it with verified examples online or consulting a coin dealer. Keeping realistic expectations is also important. While most dirty 1997 2p coins are common, the thrill lies in the possibility of discovering something unique. And in conclusion, the United Kingdom 2p coin from 1997 in dirty condition may not appear impressive at first glance, but it represents an interesting chapter in modern British coinage. While the majority of these coins are common and hold little monetary value, collector interest can still arise from errors, unusual wear, or historical curiosity. Understanding the coin's background, features, and market trends allows collectors to make informed decisions about what to keep, sell, or simply appreciate as part of everyday history. So next time you come across a grimy 2p coin from 1997, take a closer look. You might just be holding a small but fascinating piece of the UK's numismatic story. Next up, the United Kingdom 2p dated 1994. This time, our focus is on a coin found in fine condition, a grade that reflects clear details but visible circulation wear. While many people overlook modern decimal coins, collectors know that even common-looking pieces can hold interest, especially when condition, minting details, and market demand are carefully examined. In this video, we will explore the history of the 1994 UK 2p coin, its design and physical features, its rarity and collector demand, including interest in damaged examples, and finally, its current auction market value in US dollars. By the end, you will have a complete understanding of where this coin stands in today's numismatic world. The 2p coin has been an essential part of the UK's decimal currency system since decimalisation in 1971. By 1994, the denomination was firmly established in everyday use across the United Kingdom. These coins circulated heavily, used for small purchases, vending machines, and everyday change. The 1994 issue was struck during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, a period marked by large-scale coin production to support daily commerce. During the early 1990s, the Royal Mint continued using copper-plated steel instead of traditional bronze, a change introduced to reduce production costs. As a result, the 1994 2p coin reflects both modern minting technology and the practical needs of a high-circulation coin. While it was never intended to be a rare collector's piece, time, wear, and collector interest have added layers of significance to this otherwise ordinary coin. The 1994 UK 2p coin features the classic and instantly recognizable design associated with the denomination. On the obverse, it displays the right-facing portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, surrounded by a Latin inscription identifying her as Queen. The portrait style used during this era emphasizes realism and detail, even on coins that have seen circulation. The reverse shows the iconic Prince of Wales's feathers beneath a coronet, along with the motto ICHDN, meaning I serve. This design has deep historical roots and is one of the most enduring symbols in British coinage. In fine condition, the coin retains clear lettering and visible feather details, though light wear is present on high points such as the Queen's portrait and the feathers. The copper-plated steel surface often shows a softer shine compared to uncirculated examples, adding character without severely diminishing detail. From a mintage standpoint, the 1994 2p coin is not considered rare, as millions were produced for circulation. However, collector demand does not rely solely on low mintage numbers. While fine condition coins appeal to collectors building date sets or condition-based collections, damaged examples also attract a specific segment of the market. Coins that show striking errors, unusual corrosion patterns, clipped planchets, or off-center strikes can generate interest even when technically damaged. Some collectors seek these pieces as educational examples of minting flaws or long-term circulation effects. Although a standard damaged 1994 2p coin holds little value, examples with clear and unusual errors can stand out, proving that condition alone does not always determine desirability. And in today's auction market, a 1994 UK 2p coin in fine condition typically sells for a modest premium over face value. In US dollar terms, most examples range between 5 cents and 25 cents, depending on overall eye appeal and demand. Coins offered in bulk lots often sell for less per piece, while individually listed coins with sharp details may achieve slightly higher prices. Error coins or unusual damaged examples can sell for significantly more, sometimes reaching $5 to $20, and in rare cases even higher if the error is dramatic and well documented. As always, auction results depend on timing, platform, and collector interest at the moment of sale. For collectors interested in the 1994 2p coin, careful inspection is essential. Use a magnifying glass to examine the surfaces for errors, double details, or signs of missing plating. Avoid cleaning the coin, as cleaning can reduce collector value by removing original surfaces. Store the coin in a protective holder or coin flip to prevent further wear or corrosion, especially since copper-plated steel coins are sensitive to moisture. If you believe your coin may have an error, compare it with verified examples or seek advice from an experienced dealer. Collecting modern UK coins can be rewarding when approached with patience and attention to detail. In conclusion, the United Kingdom 2p coin from 1994 in fine condition represents a fascinating piece of modern British numismatic history. While it is not a rare coin by traditional standards, its design, circulation history, and occasional minting anomalies give it lasting interest among collectors. Whether you are building a complete 2p date collection, searching for mint errors, or simply appreciating the everyday coins of the past, the 1994 2p deserves a closer look. Sometimes, the most common coins tell the most authentic stories of daily life, economy, and history, and that is what makes them worth collecting. Next up, the United Kingdom 2p coin from 1996, specifically in bad condition. You might think a worn or damaged coin is worthless, but that's not always the case. Some coins become more valuable because of their rarity, errors, or collector demand, even when they're not in mint condition. So, if you've got a battered 1996 2p coin lying around, don't throw it away just yet. Let's explore why this coin is sought after and what it could be worth in the auction market in dollars. The UK 2p coin was first introduced in 1971 during the decimalisation of British currency. Before that, the UK used pounds, shillings, and pence. Decimalisation simplified the system, and the 2p coin became a common part of everyday transactions. The coin's design has changed over the years, but the 1996 2p remains a popular piece among collectors. The 1996 2p coin is part of the later generation of the coin series. It was minted during a period when the Royal Mint produced coins in high volumes for daily circulation. Most of these coins were used in normal life, shopping, buses, and small purchases. Over time, many of them became worn, scratched, and damaged, making them less appealing to collectors who prefer pristine coins. However, collectors still seek certain coins from this period because they can carry unique traits such as die variations, mint errors, and limited surviving numbers in certain conditions. Even a coin in poor condition can become valuable if it has a rare characteristic or comes from a limited batch. Now let's look at what makes the 1996 2p coin unique. First, the obverse side features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. This portrait was introduced in 1998 for most coins, but the 1996 2p coin still features the older portrait of the Queen, which is a major point of interest for collectors. The older portrait is considered more classic and is often preferred by collectors who focus on historical designs. The reverse side of the coin features the iconic Prince of Wales feathers design, which is a symbol of the Prince of Wales. This design was created by C.H.W. Johns and has been a staple of the 2p coin for decades. The feathers are surrounded by a coronet, and the coin includes the 2p inscription. In some rare cases, the feathers design can appear slightly different due to minting variations, which collectors often refer to as die variations or strike differences. Another feature that makes the 1996 coin special is the weight and composition. The 2p coin was originally made from bronze, which gives it a unique reddish-brown color. Over time, the bronze composition can develop a natural patina or corrosion, especially if the coin has been exposed to moisture or chemicals. This aging process can give the coin a distinctive look, and some collectors even appreciate the natural wear as it tells the story of the coin's journey through time. So, what about rare coins in bad condition? You might be wondering, why would collectors want a damaged coin? The answer is simple: rarity and uniqueness. Some coins become rare because most of them were melted down, lost, or destroyed. Others are rare because they were produced in smaller quantities or have unique minting errors. Even though the 1996 2p coin was minted in large numbers, certain batches or specific minting characteristics can be rare. For example, if a coin has an unusual strike, misalignment, or die crack, it becomes more desirable. In some cases, coins that have been heavily circulated can show evidence of die doubling or weak strike, which can increase their value among collectors, and in the case of bad condition coins, collectors sometimes seek them because they reveal hidden mint marks or unique patterns that are more visible after wear. Additionally, some collectors focus on building complete collections of coins in all conditions, including poor condition. These collectors are willing to pay for coins that are hard to find, even if they are damaged. Another factor is provenance. If a damaged coin has a documented history or comes from a specific collection, it can become more valuable. Collectors often pay a premium for coins with a known background, especially if the coin was part of a notable hoard or discovery. Now let's talk about the most important part. How much is a 1996 2p coin worth in bad condition in general? A common 1996 2p coin in circulated condition is not very valuable, usually only worth face value or slightly more. However, in the auction market, a damaged coin with rare features can fetch significantly higher prices. For example, a standard 1996 2p coin in poor condition may sell for around 50 cents to $2 in an auction. But if the coin has a notable mint error, die crack, or unusual strike, the value can rise dramatically. In some cases, collectors have paid $20 to $50 for a damaged coin with rare characteristics. The value depends on the severity of the damage, the rarity of the feature, and the demand among collectors. It's important to note that auction prices can fluctuate. The value of a coin is not fixed, and it can change based on current market trends, collector interest, and the condition of the coin. For example, if a particular type of mint error becomes popular, the demand can rise quickly, increasing the price. If you are thinking about selling, it's always best to get the coin evaluated by a professional numismatist or use a reputable auction platform. They can help you identify any unique features and estimate a realistic price range. Here are some useful tips if you're collecting or evaluating a 1996 2p coin in bad condition. Inspect the coin carefully for any mint errors such as die cracks, doubling, or misstrikes. These errors can significantly increase the value. Some coins have slight differences in the design, especially in the feathers or lettering. These variations can be rare and valuable. Bronze coins can develop a unique patina over time. While heavy corrosion can reduce value, a natural and attractive patina can add character and interest. Take clear photos and note any unique features. Documentation helps if you decide to sell or trade the coin. Many features are hard to see with the naked eye. A magnifying tool can help you spot details that increase value. Research recent sales to see what similar coins are selling for. Coin communities often share valuable information about rare coins and trends. Cleaning can reduce the value significantly. If you want to preserve the coin's value, keep it in its natural condition. So, there you have it. The 1996 UK 2p coin in bad condition may look ordinary, but it can still hold value and attract collectors. While most coins from this year are common, rare mint errors and unique features can make a damaged coin worth more than you might expect. If you have one of these coins, take a closer look. You might be holding a hidden gem. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more coin valuation videos. Also, leave a comment below if you have a rare coin you want us to evaluate in the next video. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting!